The neon glow of Neo-Gotham cast long, shifting shadows, but some shadows, Terry McGinnis would soon discover, were far older, far more insidious than the city itself. One quiet night, the city's peace wasn't broken by a gang war or a supervillain spectacle, but by a series of precise, unnervingly familiar attacks. These weren't random acts of chaos, they were surgical strikes, designed to destabilize, to dismantle the very framework of the Batman's world, piece by intricate piece. And when Terry finally got a glimpse of the architect behind this unsettling campaign, his breath caught in his throat. It wasn't just a resemblance, it was Bruce Wayne, undeniably older, but unmistakably Bruce, standing there with an unsettling glint in his eyes, a glint that whispered of ownership and a terrifying, misplaced sense of destiny. This was not his mentor. This was something else entirely, a chilling doppelganger, claiming the mantle of a reborn Hush. This particular arc, woven into the rich tapestry of the Batman Beyond comic series, truly plunges us into the psychological depths of legacy, identity, and the shadows that even the brightest heroes can cast. It begins with this new Hush, not merely a copycat, but someone who carries a disturbingly personal vendetta against Terry, against Bruce, and against everything the Batman stands for in this futuristic Gotham. His attacks weren't just about destruction, they were about reclaiming what he believed was his rightful inheritance. He didn't just want to defeat Terry, he wanted to erase him, to claim the mantle of Batman, and indeed, the very life of Bruce Wayne, as his own. The mystery surrounding this new Hush deepened with every calculated move he made. Why did he look so much like an older Bruce? Why this intense, almost pathological obsession with his life? The answers, when they began to surface, were both tragic and horrifying. Years ago, we discover, the original Hush, Thomas Elliot, Bruce Wayne's childhood friend turned obsessive enemy, had executed a chilling long-term plan. Obsessed with replacing Bruce, with stealing his life, Elliot had taken a horrifying step. He had successfully cloned Bruce Wayne. However, the clone was imperfect, a subtle flaw in its genetic makeup perhaps, or a psychological imprint from its unusual gestation. It was a being born into an identity it was not truly meant to fulfill, a twisted reflection of its source material. Over the years, this clone had matured, undergoing extensive plastic surgery to perfectly resemble an older Bruce Wayne, cementing his delusion. He truly believed he was Bruce Wayne, the rightful heir to the Wayne legacy, to the Batmantle, and to all the power and influence that came with it. Terry McGinnis, in his eyes, was nothing more than an imposter, a thief who had usurped his life. This reveal adds such a poignant layer to the narrative. Imagine facing someone who looks exactly like your revered mentor, yet embodies the very darkness your mentor fought against. For Terry, it was a profound challenge, forcing him to confront not just a physical threat, but a psychological one, a warped vision of the man who shaped him. It highlighted the sheer weight of the Batman legacy and the dangers of obsession, both from an enemy and, in this twisted reflection, from within. As this complex plot unfurled, another iconic figure from Gotham's past re-emerged, Barbara Gordon. No longer Batgirl, no longer even Oracle, she had ascended to the demanding role of Gotham's police commissioner. Her return brought with it a different kind of gravitas. Barbara carried the history of Gotham, the burden of her past with Bruce Wayne, and the wariness that came from years of fighting an unending war on crime. Initially, she was a reluctant ally to Terry. Her pragmatic, often cynical view of the world, honed by years of witnessing its underbelly, made her wary of any new Batman, let alone one battling a literal ghost from her past. Yet her unique position as commissioner, combined with her deep, complicated understanding of Bruce Wayne, made her indispensable. She saw the new Hush not just as a criminal, but a chilling echo of the destructive obsessions that had plagued Bruce's life, and her own. Barbara's involvement provided a crucial anchor, a bridge between the past and present, offering strategic insights and eventually a grudging respect for Terry. Her presence was a reminder that the war on crime was a generational struggle, and that while faces might change, the underlying darkness often remained. She became an ally not out of sentimentality, but out of a fierce dedication to Gotham and a desire to ensure Bruce's legacy was not corrupted by this dark mirror. The story culminates in a dramatic confrontation, a battle not just for Neo-Gotham, but for the very soul of the Batman legacy. Terry, standing against a figure who was Bruce Wayne in appearance, yet a monstrous perversion in spirit, fought for his right to wear the cowl, for the ideals of justice and protection that Bruce had instilled in him. It was a fight against a distorted reflection, a test of his own identity as Batman. The imperfect clone, driven by a profound sense of self-entitlement and a shattered identity, was ultimately defeated, a stark reminder of the perils of hubris and the dangerous allure of a life unearned. This arc of Batman Beyond is a powerful exploration of what it means to inherit a legacy, especially one as immense and shadowed as the Batman's. It asks us to consider the fine line between admiration and obsession, and the profound impact of one individual's life, even years after they've stepped away. It's a thoughtful story about the past haunting the present and the enduring strength of new heroes who must navigate the complex history laid out before them. What resonates most is how Terry, despite facing a terrifying distortion of his mentor, reaffirms his own distinct path as Batman, proving that the cowl is earned not through genetics or appearance, but through dedication, courage, and a true heart for justice. Barbara Gordon, too, finds a renewed sense of purpose, seeing in Terry the continued hope for Gotham. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this fascinating storyline. Did the return of Hush as a Bruce Wayne clone surprise you? What do you think this arc says about legacy and identity in the Batman universe? Share your insights in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this journey into the world of Neo-Gotham, please consider following for more explorations into the rich narratives of our favorite heroes. Until next time, stay vigilant.